Thank you for your interest in the Alzheimer's Association Oregon chapter. During today's webinar, we will provide a brief overview of the Alzheimer's Association and more specifically, the work we do here in Oregon. The Alzheimer's Association works on a global, national, and local level to enhance care and support for all those affected by Alzheimer's and other dementias. Our mission is to eliminate Alzheimer's disease through the advancement of research, to provide and enhance care and support for all affected, and to reduce the risk of dementia through the promotion of brain health. As the largest nonprofit funder of Alzheimer's research, the association is committed to accelerating the global progress of new treatments, prevention, and ultimately a cure. Our vision is simple: a world without Alzheimer's disease. Our core values are as follows. Integrity. We assure and maintain transparency in our relationships with each other and with our various constituencies. Commitment to excellence. We lead through innovation, maximize technology to its fullest, and relentlessly increase our knowledge. Inclusiveness. We operate in a spirit of inclusiveness by providing opportunities and forums for our many stakeholders to be represented and heard across activities throughout the association. Diversity. We vigorously encourage and welcome the power of diversity, especially those who have been underserved or underrepresented. Consumer focus. We seek to understand, learn from, and meet the needs of individuals with Alzheimer's disease, their families, and caregivers. Accountability. We keep our commitments and make measurable progress to achieve our mission. Our symbol illustrates our dual commitment to both people and science. It is a constant reminder that our work is a commitment to those currently managing Alzheimer's, as well as to the future of treating and ultimately curing the disease. In 1979, Jerome H. Stone and representatives from several family support groups met with the National Institute on Aging to explore the value of a national, independent, nonprofit organization to complement federal efforts surrounding Alzheimer's disease. That meeting resulted in the April 10, 1980 formation of the Alzheimer's Association, with Mr. Stone as founding president. Mr. Stone was a true visionary in the Alzheimer's movement. When his wife, Evelyn, was diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease in 1970, he recognized the need for a leader in the field that would unite caregivers, provide support to those facing Alzheimer's, and advance research towards treatment, prevention, and ultimately a cure. Today, the association reaches millions of people affected by Alzheimer's across the globe through our national office and chapters in communities nationwide. We are the world's leading voluntary health organization in Alzheimer's care, support, and research. The Oregon chapter was founded in 1982. Since then, our staff has been providing support and services to individuals across the state of Oregon. We have 5 offices in Portland, Salem, Eugene, Medford, and Bend. Thanks to the generous support of Oregonians via funds raised by events such as the Walk to End Alzheimer's and the Longest Day, we are able to provide a variety of free resources to the state of Oregon. From education programs, support groups, and early stage programs to our 24/7 helpline. The Alzheimer's Association is also the leading voice for Alzheimer's disease advocacy. We fight for critical Alzheimer's research, prevention, and care initiatives at all levels of government to ensure the Alzheimer's families are not forgotten. The foundation of our fiscal year 2015 through fiscal year 2017 strategic plan was a bold 10-year vision for the Alzheimer's disease movement, going beyond what the association can achieve on its own. The vision, broken into 5 pillars: increasing concern and awareness, advancing public policy, enhancing care and support, accelerating research and growing revenue support of the mission, sets clear milestones for the Alzheimer's Association to accelerate progress. While it will not be possible to achieve this vision alone, the association has a unique role to play in changing the course of Alzheimer's and supporting millions of people living with this disease. Alzheimer's disease is the most common form of dementia, a general term for memory loss and other intellectual abilities serious enough to interfere with daily life. Alzheimer's is not just a disease of old age. Up to 5% of people with the disease have younger onset Alzheimer's, which often appears when someone is in their 40s or 50s. Alzheimer's is a progressive disease, where dementia symptoms gradually worsen over a number of years. In its early stages, memory loss is mild, but with late-stage Alzheimer's, individuals lose the ability to carry on conversation and respond to their environment. Alzheimer's is the 6th leading cause of death in the United States. Although current Alzheimer's treatments cannot stop Alzheimer's from progressing, they can temporarily slow the worsening of dementia symptoms and improve the quality of life for those with Alzheimer's and their caregivers. Dementia is not a specific disease. It's an overall term that describes a wide range of symptoms associated with a decline in memory or other thinking skills severe enough to reduce a person's ability to perform everyday activities. Sometimes we use the dementia umbrella diagram to better illustrate the relationship between the terms Alzheimer's and dementia. Alzheimer's disease accounts for the majority of dementia cases. Vascular dementia, which occurs after a stroke, is the second most common dementia type. There are many other conditions that can cause symptoms of dementia, including some that are reversible, such as thyroid problems and vitamin deficiencies. The Alzheimer's Disease Facts and Figures is a statistical resource for U.S. data related to Alzheimer's disease, the most common cause of dementia, as well as other dementias. It is updated every spring. Now that you have a solid background on the Alzheimer's Association, we'll dive a little deeper into our work right here in Oregon. We continue our commitment to strengthen the momentum of the Alzheimer's disease movement by increasing concern about Alzheimer's disease. We work with our local media outlets, broadcast, print, online, and radio, to help get the word out about Alzheimer's and other dementias. Editorial content, news stories, press releases, and advertisements are just a few ways we spread awareness. Our website is a great resource for the general public. Learn more about our free resources, sponsorship and volunteer opportunities, and upcoming events by visiting alz.org/Oregon. We're on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, and Instagram. Follow us on social media if you haven't already done so. Our regional education calendars are available on our website and provide an overview of upcoming classes to the general public. We highlight upcoming events, education programs, webinars, rockstar volunteers, among other key topics in our national e-news on a weekly basis. The Alzheimer's Association is a leading voice for Alzheimer's disease advocacy, fighting for critical Alzheimer's research, prevention, and care initiatives at the state and federal level. Alzheimer's advocates work to improve dementia care and services, improve access to community-based care, improve quality care in residential settings, and expand funding for research and public programs serving people with dementia. Advocates make calls or write to legislators to forward public policy priorities to improve the quality of life for those living with Alzheimer's. We work nationally and globally to enhance care and support by supporting research and advocating for advances in policy. Locally, we provide opportunities for education and support services. We have support groups statewide, offering participants the opportunity to share experiences with Alzheimer's and receive support from a group of individuals who understand the challenges of caring for someone with Alzheimer's. Our nationally developed education programs provide an introduction to Alzheimer's disease and other dementias. Classes are offered at various times throughout the state and are open to the public. The McGinty Conference is Oregon's leading research and education event that highlights Alzheimer's disease and other dementias. The McGinty Conference honors Dr. Dean McGinty, a Portland geriatrician, an early advocate for those living with dementia, and a pioneer in the Alzheimer's family support movement. Our early-stage programs seek to elevate the voice of those living with early-stage Alzheimer's to change public perception about who has the disease, what it means to be living with Alzheimer's and related dementias, and to engage constituents. Examples of our early-stage initiatives include Sing Here Now, Staying Connected, and Staying in Motion. Our 24/7 helpline is a resource to anyone with questions about Alzheimer's and is staffed by trained and caring professionals who provide information about the association education programs, help callers understand more about memory loss, dementia, and Alzheimer's disease, connect with others experience the challenges associated with memory loss, and discover resources available in the community. We connect with healthcare professionals in the community to provide dementia resources and education, and to also encourage providers to fax over referrals to our offices. Purple Packets are one way we provide information to connect newly diagnosed families to the resources they need. Our other resources include our Caregiver Center. This online resource at www.alz.org/care is a resource for caregivers to connect virtually with other caregivers via message boards and to access resources and information to help them better manage the challenges of being a caregiver. Medic Alert, Alzheimer's Association Safe Return, is a 24-hour nationwide emergency response service for individuals with Alzheimer's or a related dementia who wander or have a medical emergency. We provide 24-hour assistance no matter when or where the person is reported missing. We have invested millions of dollars in research and have been a part of every major research advancement over the last 30 years. The Alzheimer's Association funds independent investigators worldwide through our International Research Grants Program. Since awarding our first grants in 1982, the association has grown into the largest nonprofit funder of Alzheimer's research. Our annual Alzheimer's Association International Conference, or AAIC, brings together thousands of researchers to share information and findings. Our community events call everyone to reclaim our future. We have two signature statewide events. The Walk to End Alzheimer's is the world's largest event to raise awareness and funds for Alzheimer's care, support, and research. Visit alz.org/walk to find the walk nearest you. The Longest Day is a newer fundraising event that happens across the U.S. on the summer solstice. Teams across the nation select an activity they love or an activity loved by those affected to help end Alzheimer's. We host a number of regional fundraising events dedicated to raising awareness and educating the community. Some of our well-known events in the Portland area include our Reason to Hope Breakfast. This event features emotional testimonials from individuals affected by the disease and brings awareness and hope to the community. Alzheimer's Association Rivals is a volunteer-driven event that engages young professionals in a friendly but fierce flag football game around the country. 2016 was the inaugural year for our University of Oregon versus Oregon State football game. Our Memories in the Making art auction and gala raises funds that allow us to offer additional training and more site locations for our Memories in the Making fine arts watercolor painting program for individuals with Alzheimer's or other dementias. Founded in 2010, the Alzheimer's Association All-Stars program created an opportunity for runners, cyclists, swimmers, and triathletes to test their limits while pursuing progress in Alzheimer's care, support, and research locally and nationwide. Visit alz.org/Oregon to find events in your community. Funds raised from our events work to advance care and support here in our state and make a difference in the lives of Oregonians facing Alzheimer's or other dementias. The Oregon chapter is a small group of staff and volunteers committed to the vision of a world without Alzheimer's disease. But this disease is much bigger than we are, than any of us, and that's why we need your support. Get involved by becoming a volunteer, participating in one of our events, making your voice heard to your elected officials, and more. Thank you for viewing our Alzheimer's Association Oregon Chapter Overview webinar. We look forward to standing beside you in the fight against Alzheimer's disease.